what I'm going to show you is how to render and export your scene. So you're going to go to File, Export, and then we're going to go down to Movie. And this dialog box is going to appear. Now, it's pretty easy to render your scene. All you do now, you need to do is to browse to where you want your image to be placed or saved. You specifying the output location for your video. It also gives you the option to change the name of your file. So I'm going to name it, I don't want it to be run animation, run jump, because that was the previous video that I rendered. That's why it has that name there. So I'm going to delete that name. I'm going to name it cutout animation Dino Boy. And notice you see down here where it says save as type, and you click the down button, you can only save your videos in Toon Boom using from like to MOV. So the file format for QuickTime Player is .mov, which is a movie file, just like how you have MP4, Windows movie video, you have different AVI, you have different types of video file formats, but it will export it as a .mov file. Now, after I render the scene, I'm going to show you how to convert your videos into other file formats. But we're going to save it here. Now, that is where you specify the output location for your video. We want to know, look at the export range. I would by default leave it to all. So it would render all of the animation in the scene from frame 1 to 271. However, let us say you want to specify a particular range. You would click on the frame radio button. And let us say that I want it to render from frames 150. This is just an example I'm showing you. This is not what we're going to do. 150 to maybe say like around 220. It would render that segment of your animation. So if you can specify what frame numbers you want to render. However, in this case, we want to render all of our animation. And notice that when I click all, it gray out the frame range. So it's going to export all. And now we're going to click OK. We don't need to trouble anything, just the export range to all and specifying the output location and the name of your file. And click OK. And what will happen is that your scene will render. Now, depending on the your computer specifications, in terms of if you have how much memory RAM, what type of graphics cards, all of that criteria will determine how long it will take for your scene to render. If it's a very long scene or a very short scene, how much elements you have in the scene, how much characters you have in the scene. So if you have more than one characters animating with a lot of keyframes, with your background, and you put special effects on your back, it would take a long time, depending on your computer specifications. So the render time varies depending on your computer specifications and so forth. The basic specifications to run Toon Boom is a minimum of 4 gigs RAM. Anything below 4 gigs RAM, you won't be able to install Toon Boom Harmony 10 version on your computer. So bear that in mind as well. So this is how you go about rendering your scene.